People are saying Goa tourism is dying. But is Goa really in decline? Or is it simply evolving? And we're failing to understand the shift? Why do we see fewer foreign tourists? Why does the taxi system feel unpredictable? Why do you have to travel 2 to 3 kilometers just to find a petrol pump? Why have hotel prices skyrocketed? And here's the biggest question. If there are so many issues, then why is Goa still so crowded? Is Goa declining? Or is it quietly transforming? Today, I'm not just showing you beaches and sunsets. I'm showing you the reality of Goa tourism, the part that everyone notices, but very few talk about openly. This is Goa, raw, real, and beyond the postcards. And welcome to the Goa series on Pallavi Travel Life. One of the biggest problems tourists face here, transport. Unlike other tourist cities, Goa still struggles with affordable public transport. No Uber or Ola operations like in Hyderabad or Bangalore. Local taxi unions dominate, even though apps like Miles Goa are available. Getting a ride isn't always easy. In many cases, when you try to book through the app, it just keeps showing searching for 10 to 20 minutes. And after waiting that long, it often ends with no ride found. For example, I tried booking a taxi for around 4 kilometers, but the app showed approximately rupee 250. I waited almost 30 minutes, but in the end, no booking was confirmed. So finally, I had to take a local taxi that was available instantly, but I ended up paying rupee 500 for the same short distance. This kind of uncertainty can be frustrating for tourists, especially those visiting Goa for the first time. Many tourists feel prices are high compared to other cities. And because of this, almost everyone rents a scooter. But that brings another issue. Goa is a scooter-driven tourism state, but petrol pumps are surprisingly limited. In many tourist areas, you may need to travel 2 to 3 kilometers just to find fuel. Imagine you're here, fuel warning blinking, and Google Maps showing the nearest pump 3 kilometers away. In a tourism-based economy, fuel accessibility matters. It impacts tourist convenience, local transport, rental businesses, overall experience. Places that depend heavily on tourism should ideally have fuel stations at closer intervals in major tourist belts. Another noticeable change is the type of foreign tourists. Earlier, Goa attracted backpackers, party travelers, and young international crowds. Now, many foreign tourists visiting Goa are older visitors, long-stay retirees, or repeat travelers. Goa seems to be struggling to attract young global travelers compared to destinations like Thailand or Bali. Possible reasons can be visa perception, infrastructure, competition from Southeast Asia, social media trend shift. But here's something interesting. Just look at the crowd at this hotel reception. This is Ginger Goa. You can clearly see the scale of Indian tourists visiting Goa right now, even though foreign tourists. Numbers may not be as strong as before. Goa's earnings haven't collapsed. Why? Because Indian tourism is booming. Young Indian travelers are filling the gap. Now Goa is emerging as a weekend tourism, destination weddings, corporate events, influencer culture, party tourism. Goa is becoming more of an Indian youth hotspot than an international backpacker hub. That's not decline, that's transformation. Goa now has 2 airports, including Manohar International Airport. But in terms of global connectivity and passenger experience, it still doesn't match airports like Hyderabad and Bangalore. Improvements needed. More direct international routes, better connectivity to tourist zones, better airport to city transport, stronger branding as a global tourism gateway. If Goa wants to compete internationally, airport infrastructure must match global standards. Other problem like rising hotel prices, over commercialization, environmental pressure, beach cleanliness inconsistency, nightlife regulations that are all slowly reshaping and in some ways challenging Goa's tourism experience. Tourism isn't just about attracting people, it's about sustaining experience. It's about maintaining quality. So, is Goa dying? No. Goa is changing. It's shifting from an international hippie paradise to an Indian youth-driven tourism powerhouse. But if Goa wants to stay competitive globally, it must fix transport issues, improve fuel and infrastructure planning, modernize airport connectivity, rebrand for young global travelers, because Goa deserves better. And tourism deserves planning. Goa doesn't need more tourists. Goa needs better planning. And if the right changes happen, Goa can become Asia's strongest tourism hub again. See you in the next frame on Pallavi Travel Life. Until then, stay connected.